things are about to get interesting again, Central Texas. We've seen an increase in cloud cover throughout today. Temperatures are now falling into the 60s very quickly, with isolated pockets of rain going to be possible the next few hours. The line of thunderstorms likely holding off until early on Monday morning. We wake up to scattered activity. Moving from west to east is going to be a line of thunderstorms. Can pack a punch in terms of winds, gusty winds, thunder, lightning, as well as potentially some isolated pockets of flash flooding here and there. Again, this is for tomorrow on Monday morning. We're going to wake up humid in the 60s with that line of storms moving on through from west to east orientation wise. So breezy winds, small hail are both going to be possible. There's a low wind threshold threat that we do see a severe warning or two. Again, that threat is low. I think the biggest threat is actually going to be the reinforcement of any standing running water we've had, especially west of I-35 in areas that already received several inches of rain. If you were, for example, to get another inch and a half of rain, of course, that could reinforce any flooding you were already seeing before the weekend. However, it is going to move through rather quickly, and once it does, we are going to cool down. We're going to have a front midweek just before Thanksgiving, and we're going to be seeing the sun come out and staying cool in terms of our high temperatures. What I'm telling you is that Thanksgiving is going to be really nice. You can break out your sweaters and keep them on. Overnight lows are actually going to be in the 40s, by the way. It's going to be really nice. Black Friday, you're going to want to bundle up that morning. Again, just to overall, the threat for severe weather is low. However, if you're one of the folks that already got a couple of inches of rain on Thursday and Friday, you rack up another half, even an inch of rain, even more than that in isolated locations. Of course, that could just basically reinforce things. So there's that isolated threat that we are seeing pockets of flash flooding on Monday morning. Again, is the time frame for that. It's an inconvenience. There's already going to be a ton of people out on our roadways. If you do have a commute, again, on Monday morning, probably through about early afternoon, we can have some running water on our roadways as that line of storms does march from west to east. So overall, I think the rain totals are likely to be slightly lower than the system that we saw, for example, on Thursday and Friday. However, especially I will point out if you are far west or even up towards DFW, some areas could rack up another inch or two of rain. I think it's going to be widespread, probably overall lower than that for most of us. And just noting, again, some of us did reach about 2-3 inches of rain on Thursday and Friday. So it basically could reinforce things, and we do likely we're going to have a lot of traffic on our roadways, and it could just simply impact your Monday. After that, though, as I mentioned, it's going to be really nice for Thanksgiving. We're going to step down. I'm talking some of us barely top out at 60 degrees on Thanksgiving Day, so enjoy.